Hey, it's Tanaya. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time. I just wanted to do a little chit chat, get ready with me. I haven't done one of these since, I don't even know. But there is just so much going on. So I just wanted to do one of these and just kind of tell you guys like what's been going on in my life. Sounds like I'm about to tell a whole like sad story or something, but for the most part, a lot of you guys might have seen the whole video that I put out like a year ago. How I quit my job, I stopped working corporate, and then I had made a video about like my experience working in a lash salon. And that experience, I learned a lot in that experience, and it just wasn't something that I was able to stick it out and do. That lasted just a few short months. And then what happened last year in November was I ended up just reapplying for corporate jobs because, you know, I have my bachelor's and I have my master's degree. And I just always studied public health and wanted to go into healthcare. That is like what I thought I wanted to do with my whole life. When I first went to Rutgers University freshman year, I wanted to go for nursing, but I didn't get into the nursing program. And later found out that they only accepted like 10 students straight from high school into nursing. So my first year I was undecided, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply for nursing like my sophomore year. Let me try to take some of these prereqs. The prereqs had a huge wait list, and then they only took I think like 30 people each year. So I'm like, I'm never gonna get in this damn program. So then I just went public health, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna just become a physician's assistant. So I started taking all the pre-med courses, and I couldn't get past organic chemistry. So then becoming a PA was just like out of the question. Me and my friend Shaniqua swore we was gonna be PAs, and then I just said, well, I'm gonna just go on the admin side of healthcare. So fast forward to after college, I graduated 2015. I went on the admin side of healthcare. I got a job at a dialysis center, and I just help people like enroll in health insurance, to help counsel them any billing questions or concerns they had. That's what I did for like 3 years, and I was remote, so there was days where I worked from home, and then there was days where I was like out at different locations within the certain territory I had, and it was like the best job ever. But you know, I had went for my master's, got my master's in 2018, and I just wanted to grow and everything. And I wanted to get, you know, like a management level job. I wanted a higher salary. You know, I just wanted to advance in life, you know. So I applied for a management job at that company, and it was like the worst experience ever, which caused me to then leave the company. I couldn't go back to my previous job, so then I ended up just leaving that company. And then I went to the salon, and then the salon didn't work out, and now I'm back in corporate, just to kind of give you guys full backstory and everything. So now I'm back in corporate, and I'm in a different type of industry in senior living, and it is different. It's very, very different, to say the least. And I'm still going through like an adjustment phase and everything, and I've just been doing eyelash extensions on the side or whatever, and I've been doing eyelash extensions on the side for like a year now. So I clock in to my 9-to-5 job, and then what I do is, after I clock in my 9-to-5 job, I take a client at 6 during the week. So pretty much Monday through Friday. Certain days I start to take off now because I'll just be like so overworked. So certain days I'll take off, but majority of the days of the week I'm like taking a lash client after work, and I'm lashing out of just a spare room in my home right now, and it's been going pretty well, to be honest with you guys. And now I'm starting to think like, okay, you know, this is something that I can see myself doing more full-time. This is something that I can see myself doing, as far as like getting like a just a small office space. So I'm thinking about possibly getting like a small office space and just offering the lash extensions and brows, microblading, things of that sort. Because while I was at that salon, I did take permanent makeup courses, and I went through a whole apprenticeship and a test, and I passed that stuff. So legally I can do microblading and everything in New Jersey, and like ombre brow and stuff. I just want to take additional courses, because you have to take like a basic course doing brows, eyeliner, and lips. So I did that, but I want to like take just a course that teaches you just microblading, because that's not in the basic course. And then kind of, you know, continue to expand the services side of this NIRVANA beauty brand that I'm building. So, and by the way, I'm taking the baby skin pore eraser. I'm just putting it on my face. And I was just using this dual brow pencil that I am testing out for NIRVANA Beauty. So yeah, so I'm thinking about getting an office space, and, you know, just kind of being like more professional, getting out of my home from providing the services, and just kind of seeing how it goes, because it's to the point where like I have enough clients, and I have enough clients that I'm retaining that are constantly coming back to me every 2 weeks, where the money that I make just from lashing can definitely support the rent of a small space, and then, you know, give me extra money as well. So I've been building it for a year so I can actually get a spot, not like a whole little storefront, but literally, you know, like just a small little space in one of those office buildings is kind of more like what I'm thinking of. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 330. So I'm gonna be like searching, you know, around for that. My first trainer actually got an office space. She's in Brooklyn, and she just got an office space, and she trains people and does one-on-one trainings all the time. She's doing so well with that. So happy for her, and she gave me some advice about it, and like, you know, like some of the requirements and things that the leasing office will ask for and stuff, because I don't know nothing about that. But so I'm gonna search around, and I may pull the trigger on that. And of course, like, I will record that whole process and journey about that. So lashing has been going like really well, and really contemplating if I should just go full time and like put a lot more energy into it and just grow it. So that's kind of like where I am right now. The other news is Jeff and I are shopping for a home. So we've been busy throughout COVID. It's crazy. So Jeff and I wanted to buy a home last year. We went to Chase to get a pre-approval. The lady that we were partnering with to, you know, look at all of our finances, our income, and like literally just give us a pre-approval letter. Like, we had a bad experience, no follow-up. It took over a week just to hear back from her. It was just like a really bad experience, and it just turned us off completely from buying a house, which is like pretty crappy. But it turned us off, and we just said, screw it, we're not buying a house. So we didn't even get to the point where we like found a realtor or any of that. We just said, I guess not now. And then we just signed our lease again to rent. So this year we are renting a townhome. So it's just kind of like, I never planned to stay in this townhome for more than a year, because I'm like, we wanted to buy last year, so I never wanted to make this like a permanent thing, like, oh, okay, let's just rent this. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna do my eyeliner first. I never wanted it to be like, oh, okay, let's just rent this townhome, we're paying a little more in rent, but it's like we wanted to get a mortgage, but now we're back renting. So I always just wanted to stay here for a year and just find a home and try to own something. So shopping for a home is a lot. It's a lot. it is not like the easiest. And the thing also with like this whole experience and us like getting a home now is that like when you're buying a home during COVID times, it's like you have this like altered experience because the rates are so low, which is great for the buyer, but it's really a seller's market because the sellers really aren't trying to do anything for you, meaning like they're not trying to negotiate prices, they ain't trying to fix nothing up, they're not trying to do anything, you know, because they know that you're getting like a low interest rate when you buy a home in this market. So they're not really trying to like, you know, make it worth your while to buy their home because they know that they're going to be able to sell their home and they're going to be able to sell it higher than what they list the price for, and that their home is going to be in a bidding war no matter what. So if you're looking to buy a home right now during this pandemic time like we're doing right now, be prepared to go full ask, and really be prepared to offer full ask and be prepared for a bidding war. We had an interesting experience. The first home that we put an offer on, the guy ended up it was a fixer-upper home. The guy ended up wanting to take his home off the market because he had nowhere to go. So I think sellers are also like putting their homes up on the market just to see if anyone will bite and see what will happen. But you know, I guess some sellers aren't really preparing themselves as far as like where they're gonna live if somebody actually does want to buy their home. So that was the first situation, and now we're in our second situation. We did see plenty of homes, but our second situation, we put an offer on a home. We ended up having to go full ask, which I always love a deal, so I wasn't thrilled about it. But I'm just like, when you're in this market, you have to kind of adjust and you gotta stretch a little bit. Oh yeah, oh by the way, I'm using it's my Ray Ray palette, and I just put the color Control Freak just on my whole lid, and now I'm just going in with a little shimmer. It's the Fairy Tale one, just on my lid. I'm not doing anything crazy today. So in this market, when you buy a house, like you kind of gotta just adjust a little bit, and you just gotta kind of like adapt and just say, okay, what am I willing to do and what am I absolutely not willing to do? So yeah, we ended up putting an offer on the home. We were in a little bit of a bidding war, but we bid it low on this home that we're getting now, or we're in contract now, under contract now. We bid it low, and then there was somebody else, so then it just kind of like going back and forth, and then we got it, which ended up being at the asking price. Don't know if we were truly in a bidding war. We probably were. Like, I don't know, this whole housing thing, I'm new to it, so I'm just like, oh, you know, they could be telling you anything to be like, oh yeah, we got other offers saying this and that. You don't know. But yeah, so my thing is, buying a house during this time is definitely like much different than like a normal time of buying a house, just because houses are going on the market and then under contract within 24 to 48 hours. So it's like, if you see something that you want to buy now, you have to act really fast on it or you're going to miss out on it. That's it, period. I mean, so you have to be ready to just put in your offer, make a decision, and go. Like, you can't really hesitate during this time period. Either you're ready or you're not. But luckily we did find this house. It's in a really cute neighborhood. Hopefully I can just add like, you know, little clips of the house or whatever. Of course we're gonna do oh Jesus, this almost squirted me in my eye. Of course we're gonna do like a tour and everything, you know, home decor and stuff. Contemplating if I'm gonna put all that stuff on this channel or just our joint channel and just make that joint channel just about home stuff. I might end up doing that instead. But yeah, so we're basically under contract. We're waiting on that final okay on the loan, and our loan is in underwriting right now. So I'm probably gonna do like more videos on what you need to buy a house, like what information you need to know and stuff like that, like, and what our experience is currently like, or whatever, as first time home buyers, first time young 27-year-old home buyers. Okay. But yeah, so right now, like, buying a house has just been interesting. It's a different, really different experience, and it's not like, it's not the nicest. The sellers are like, they know, the sellers know that people are going to buy up their houses at full price or higher of their house, and that they don't need to really like be desperate for you to buy. Like, so many people are buying right now. It's crazy. It is so crazy. So, but it is a good time to get a house if you do find something that you like. So for Jeff and I, we saw a lot of houses. We found one that we liked, which was awesome. And we are working with a really nice realtor who actually helped Jeff's mom get her house years ago. And she has been like so patient with us. She's been educating us. She just kind of like holds our hand and just kind of like reassures us that we're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. So I really like my realtor. I would recommend her to anybody and everybody that I know. She has been so awesome with this process. We did have a little interesting experience with our lender. So our lender thinks that well, it's not our lender thinks, like, the company that he's under is very well known, very well known, and good reviews and everything like that. But his personality is just pretty like cocky. So talking to him, you know, at first he was like super nice and helpful and everything, and then he just got cocky when we were just kind of, because like, I have other family members that bought a house within the past year. My dad bought a house. My aunt bought a house in December. My mom closed on her house in May or June. So I've had quite a few family members that I could call and ask questions and stuff like that. So my aunt was using this other lender, and my aunt has a real estate license. And she had told me to like just check out this other lender because they were able to get a lower interest rate. So we did that. So when we hit up our original dude, like, yo, this other company saying they can get us this rate or whatever, like, can you do that? Same palette. This is called Radiant. But yeah, our lender, when he kind of speculated that we may go with somebody else, he really showed his behind, which is crazy. Don't put up with anybody's crap if you're in the process of buying a house. You can switch people up, you can switch realtors, you can switch lenders. You don't have to deal with certain people. We ended up sticking with him though. We haven't had any issues since. And yeah, we're just gonna wrap this process up. It is such like a situation where it's just like, oh my god, I want this process to be over, and I want this process to be over now. Like, it's just like, you gotta go through the inspection, you go through, you know, you figure out, okay, what the house needs, what the house doesn't need. You go through the sellers. You got a crazy seller, you got a nice seller, their agent. It's just a lot that goes into getting a house, and it's just like, everybody chill. It was at one point where I was just like, I did not want to answer my phone for my realtor, for the lender. I didn't want to check my email. I didn't want to talk to Jeff about anything. It was to a point where it's like, I'm so busy at work, because I'm getting all these calls while I'm at work. I'm like, I'm so busy at work. It's just so much going on. I don't want to talk to nobody. Do not call my phone. But it was just like so much, because you got to provide so much information as far as your income and everything like that. And sign all these documents and then get the appraisal and all other stuff. The house did appraise higher than what we are under contract to purchase it for, which is awesome. So we were really, really excited about that. But yeah, so that's all been going on as well. Yeah, so basically I'm just adding on there's some clear gloss that I'm also testing out for Nirvana Beauty to launch by the fall. But and I also put on the Finesse Lash by Nirvana Beauty. So we've been in the process of just buying a home and we're set to close in about a month and a half. So hopefully everything goes through. Pray for us, y'all, that everything closes and we're okay, because our home purchase also depends on the seller's new home purchase to go through as well, because they're buying a new home too. So hopefully everything goes well, because apparently my my realtor is saying that the seller is like hothead. Some of these sellers be like, I don't know, they be in their own world. They different, okay? But my biggest advice, like for someone new buying a home and like you're young, like me and Jeff, in your 20s or even early 30s, or if it's just your first time in general, just stay positive. Don't get caught up in, you know, like anything that may pop up that you're unsure of. You know, like just reach out to family, friends, your realtor, ask all the questions you want to ask to the people around you, the resources you have around you, and just stay in the journey. You know, don't give up or anything like that, because there was a point where I was just like, it's a roller coaster. It's going to be an up and down type of journey. And then once you find the house, then it's like, okay, you check off that part and then you go through a whole nother part. So it's just a journey. You just got to stick it out. Me and Jeff, we just can't wait for things to just be done, okay? We can't wait for it to be done. And then once things are done, we got to pack this place up. I ain't looking forward to packing. I'm tired of packing. I'm tired of moving. I'm tired. The girl is just tired. And in the midst of that, since I do work in healthcare, I've been working this entire COVID-19, which has just been draining. And I'm burnt out. Your girl's burnt out, okay? I am burnt out. I am burnt out. This whole 5 months has really made me question if I've chosen the right career field. It's just been a roller coaster. So there's been a lot going on. And I'm sure you guys have noticed I started to incorporate more lashing videos on my channel, because I spend most of my time at my 9-to-5 job and then lashing, taking clients on the side, and then, you know, working towards Nirvana Beauty and continuing to grow and expand that. And I'm trying to get back consistent on YouTube. So I got a lot going on. But you know, I got a plan. I got goals. I got things I want to do. So just stick it out with me. You're going to get more videos from me. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you like more of the natural hair videos, if you like more hair tutorials, if you like more of the lash extension content, or you want me to put the home buying tips, videos, decorating, all that stuff on this channel instead of putting it on the other channel, let me know. I'll figure it all out. But anyway, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.